Hello everybody, welcome to this week's ITL. Not a whole lot going on. We got a break in this from the bad weather. The sky's kind of blue, got puffy clouds, gray bottoms. But anyway, one of the reasons why we're up on the front porch today is because the lawnmower brigade, I don't know if you can hear them, but I don't think the microphone's quite that good to pick them up right where I'm at right now. But yeah, the lawnmower brigade's out strong, cutting the grass. I really should be doing mine, but it ain't happening today. But yeah, it is what it is. I still waiting for my QRP kit to come in. It's probably be a few more weeks, at least a few more weeks. Well, it's supposed to start I'm supposed to get it on the 18th, but well, starting on the 18th, the 18th and the 6th. It's come from China on a slow boat, I guess. It's the first time I've I think it was the first time I've run into something like this through Amazon, but it is what it is. And I got two other things that are coming off of eBay anyway. It's going to take some time to go along with it. So it's okay. I mean, it's acceptable. Don't know if it's going to be done in time for the trip in September, but we will see. We will see. And to be honest with you, I'm really hoping that everything works out all right. But with this weather, crazy weather we've been having lately, I've been getting more and more doubts on even if the trip in September is doable. We'll see, because that's a long ways away yet. It's just thinking about the weather. I mean, I'm not going to ride through thunderstorms just to get there and spend a few days and come back. Or probably even thunderstorms too. No. But I mean, rain don't bother me. Thunderstorms a little bit more. It's been a slow week actually, as far as things have been going. One of the things that has brought to my attention, and that, yes, YouTube has changed their rules again on us. And most of you probably haven't heard too much about this, but due to I can't remember the specific people's name, and it doesn't really matter at this point. But you know how we're not supposed to do hate speeches and stuff like that. Well, it was very loosely defined back then. Now, if they suspect that you're going to do a hate speech, they're going to work against you. That's what it says in the rules. If they suspect it. I know this is a corporation. This is not a utility. They can do whatever they want. It's not our playground. Yeah, I understand that. But this changing the rules every time you turn around to be favorable on one side and not the other side is really not kosher in my eyes. It's not kosher. But like other people stir and moan and cry. And ever since I started in YouTube, I've heard the same old. We need another platform like YouTube to take over. It's not gonna happen anytime too soon. Every time it tries, it fails. One way or another, it fails. It's not gonna happen. Google basically rules the internet universe, what it comes down to, as far as YouTube goes, and actually one of the main search engines right now. And it is what it is. And we just have to either basically put up with their crap or shut up. Basically, that's one and the same. Put up and shut up. Which it's all up to the individual what they want to do. Boycotting by closing your channel down is not going to be the answer. It ain't going to hurt YouTube. Most of us have small channels. And most of the channels they're really racking on are big channels. So it's like they really don't care about even basically cutting off their own hand spite. It doesn't make a difference to them. So it's like it is what it is, and you either keep going what you say, or leave. That's the answers. I'm planning on, well, I'm not monetized, so it's not really affecting me a whole lot. I'm just under that. I mean, I'm 50 from being monetized. Well, 50 to be eligible to be monetized, we'll put it that way, because the rules are changing, constantly changing. We never know what is going to happen around the corner. But yeah, it is what it is. I know I say it a lot, but it truly is. It's out of our hands. The only thing we have a choice of is if we want to speak against certain sides, certain people, or we want to just go with the flow. I mean, just because we do not speak up on certain things doesn't mean that we favor them. Can't say I agree with everything. I don't have to agree with everything. Rules still apply, though. My channel is basically my court except for the rules that YouTube puts down on us. I'm still able to say what I want to say to a degree. I don't think they're going to do too much to my small channel, except for not being monetized, which I'm not monetized anyway. So, and if they were to shut my channel down, would it be a really big loss? No, it would. I'm basically a fly in the whole thing. It's just it doesn't make sense. But it is what they want to make it to be. And it's changing constantly. Somebody wants to whine and cry. It's on the more, let's say, liberal side, we'll say. They want to cry and whine enough. They have enough lawyers and stuff on them. It's what comes down to is the louder squeak gets the oil, gets the grease. And it seems like the more conservative you are, the less of a noise you make, until you're pushed too far. To where if you're more of a libertarian, you tend to cry about everything, even if it doesn't exist. You cry about everything. Not saying they're all like that. It just seems like the majority is like that. Sadly. Yeah, I did. Right now, I'm trying to get back my intros and outros to my videos, which, I mean, the videos, my small channel really doesn't need intros and outros. I think it just makes them look a little better. I'm trying to get them back. Actually, I got most of them back throughout the week. And I got basically a changeover from my my SD cards that failed to the new ones I got. And I inadvertently also got rid of a lot of my other intros, my outros, and all that. And just a little thing. Whenever, I noticed Bandit Nev mentioned it a long time ago. Maybe Thomas 8 mentioned it just last week. Whenever I was going alongside the old Westinghouse building, that the GoPros make the walls kind of bend in the view. And he's thinking I was running the old Gopro Hero 2. I do use my Gopro Hero 2. Don't get me wrong. Normally, unless you look really closely at the videos, sometimes it's really hard to tell when I do use my Gopro Hero 2. But normally, I do use my Hero 4. Yeah, I do use the super view to give you the wider view. That way, hopefully you catch whatever I see whenever I mention things. Because a lot of times it'll be just off of view from the camera if I run into normal view from me and I mention it, and then you don't see what I'm talking about, even though it's nonsense. That's why you get the fisheye effect. But I mean, it is what it's the setting I choose to use while I'm riding. I believe it's a better view. You actually see that I'm actually on a motorcycle, because a lot of the other views actually cut the motorcycle out unless I got focused way too low. And I believe you should be able to see the bike also. I mean, it is a moto vlog on a motorcycle. My thoughts on it, if anybody dislikes it, well, they can move on. That's a choice. Like this right here. And I mentioned this to Dante Fox, and there's times actually I use my JVC, and it's very hard to tell whenever I do it unless you listen to the audio really good. Because normally if I'm indoors, I'll go ahead and use the JVC because I don't have to yell at it. I'm not overcoming wind noises or noises out and about. So I'll go ahead and use that. Right now, I'm using my Hero 4, which is I use it more often than not when I'm outside. And I do occasionally use it indoors too, because it's just, I have everything together. It's just simpler to do. But I got this down to a narrow view, trying to get rid of the fisheye effect. And it does a pretty good job in my eyes. It's a pretty decent for a face camera. A little bit awkward looking at just a little box on top of my tripod, but hey, it works. It ain't like I'm looking at a person behind it anyway. Kind of looking past through the camera while I'm doing this. And I tend to get distracted anyway. As long as I try to keep talking, I think I'm good. It is a windy, windy day. Yesterday I went out. I was going to go out on a bike to a appointment I had, and I couldn't see 10 feet out back in my garage door. And it was thundering out, so I chose to take the SUV out yesterday. The bike got left behind, but that's okay. But the appointment that I was going for, I really couldn't be soaking wet anyway. Even with my rain suit, I was going to be soaked being that much downpour. But I mean, like I said, this week's just been pretty slow, except for the weather. Me working with trying to get my videos back together. As you noticed, didn't notice that the Tuesday ride wasn't there. Well, that's because I lost the last Tuesday's ride. I do have one slated for next Tuesday. Yes, it's a morning ride. My Tuesday rides are in the morning. Thursday rides are normally during the daytime, because that's the way they're. I mean, my Tuesdays, I go out Tuesday mornings. I go out in the early morning. It's dark, guys. If you don't like it, I'm sorry for you. But if there is other viewers that actually like the morning rides. Nothing else. Thursday, normally there is a day ride, and that's normally actually with me being out and about, or me coming back from where I was at on Tuesdays. And I mean, it's there. Now, there's been a lot of video that I've been just throwing away because I normally just don't talk a lot of times, or just sound anything, and I just think there's no content at all there. No, I can't say there's much content with my videos anyway, but there really isn't anything at all there. So I just trash them. My mind's been on a lot of different things lately. But that's enough. I'll be gabbering at you guys. This is MuzzleMike. Hope you all have a great week. Signing out.